From the Berkshires to the Sound, from wherever you live in MLB America, this is Inside the Parker. You give us 22 minutes and we'll give you the scoop on Major League Baseball. Now, here's Baseball Hall of Fame voter number 57.
You have another hot take.
Will not NOT make the playoffs.
Shohei me the money.
Rob Parker.
Come on! I've been covering Major League Baseball for almost 40 years now. In New York, in Cincinnati, in Detroit, in LA. I love this game. Let's go! Welcome into the podcast, and I'm your host, Rob Parker. And what a show we have for you today. Before we even get started, remember, press this button, the subscribe button, so that you're always here, always up to date with all the best coverage of Major League Baseball. As you know, I've been covering baseball since 1986. I love the sport. This is the place for your baseball fix. Inside the Parker, sponsored by Cuffin Season. Lock in the flavor your taste buds will love at cuffinseason.us. Get yours today. And for an extra 10% off, use the code MLBBRO in all caps. Welcome into the podcast. I'm your host, Rob Parker, and what a show we have for you today. We'll catch up with former Los Angeles Dodger, New York Yankee, Jerry Hairston Jr. He'll drop by, plus Levi Weaver, who writes the windup for The Athletic. He'll also come by, plus we'll do a little pushback, that and much more. Let's go.
To lead off, it's Getting Robbed.
And keep them up.
Rob's hot take on the three biggest stories in Major League Baseball. Number one.
All right. I can't deny it anymore. I mean, you know I picked the Padres to make it to the World Series. And boy, what a bad stretch they've had. You know, when they pulled almost even with the Dodgers, had the series, they got swept in LA, and then they went 2 out of 3 at home. So I'm feeling better about this whole pick. And now what a disastrous week they just had, where they've lost 8 of their last 10 coming into Thursday, where they have a day off. They just got swept by the Orioles at home. Yes, the Orioles swept them at home. And then when you add to them the rash of injuries that they've had, Xander Bogaerts, he had the fractured left foot. That's going to be, no one's sure how long he's going to be out, or will he be able to return to before the regular season is over. And then their setup man, Jason Adam, who got hurt, a left quadricep, tore tendon there. Like, the injuries are piling up, losses at home to bad teams. You know, I've been talking about the Padres for years. I keep thinking they got enough. They should have beat the Dodgers last year and choked. But I'm concerned now. Like, getting swept at home by the Orioles? Really? Playing out the string? These are games you got to win. So I'm not going to throw the towel in on them, but there's a caution flag for the Padres. If they really want to make a real run in the postseason, they got to get this thing turned around.
Number two.
Wednesday night is a reason why every time you look at the Cincinnati Reds, you think they just can't get it done. I mean, had a game last night, up 5-0 against Toronto. They wound up losing that game, going away like 13-9. Just a bad loss. This is a team that you thought was making a headway and was going to make a run into the postseason. Here we are, 10-game stretch, 3-7 in those 10 games. This team has Hunter Green at the top of its rotation, Ellie De La Cruz, some other pieces, Terry Francona, a Hall of Fame manager at some point, right, who came out of retirement to take over the Reds. And basically they're a 500 team, you know, into September. I just expected a little bit more. And that game last night really stung. You're playing Toronto, you're up 5-0, you know, you're trying to win games in September, and instead you blow a game like that, and now you're 3-7 in your last 10. I don't know if the Reds are really as good as maybe we thought they were, or if they're going to make the postseason run, or maybe it was just pretend. But I expected a little bit more from the Reds, and we just haven't seen it of late.
Number three.
Game like that. And I'm going to say, even though it was some questionable calls, I still don't want to see the automated ball and strike on every pitch. I don't. I just think we need to get better umpires, hold umpires accountable, and when they grade out for bad games and have enough bad games, they should be demoted back down to the minor leagues to get more seasoning, get a better eye. And if they continue to struggle in calling, you're not going to be 100% right, but you got to be in a percentile of probably 95% right, somewhere close to that, to really feel good about an umpire. But I love the human element, but the umpires have to be better and we have to hold them accountable. It's just that simple.
Here comes the big interview. Listen and learn.
Oh, it's so good.
Now let's welcome into the podcast Levi Weaver, who writes the wind-up for The Athletic. He knows all about baseball. Always great having him on the podcast. Levi, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, man?
Man, doing great. I'm going to start here. I know we got less than a month of the baseball season left. It's been a weird baseball season to me. And I think as we go into the final month, I don't think there's a clear-cut favorite of who's going to win the World Series. I think we have a bunch of flawed teams. I don't know who's going to be in the World Series. What about you?
No, I mean, before the season, if you had asked me that the Dodgers won last year, they reloaded again in a big way this year. Seemed like they were going to win about 200 games in a 162 game season. That hasn't been the case. And in fact, in the last week, more than a week, it's been like a month of just very inconsistent play. Listen, they're up against Paul Skeens tonight. If they lose, they got swept by literally the Pittsburgh Pirates. I mean, that is talking about a flawed team. I mean, that is a flawed team. There's a lot of frustration there.
Meanwhile, you know what? And you said it earlier. I was with you. Reloaded, should win 200 games. I said before the season started, they were supposed to be the Beatles. And guess what? They're Boy George and Culture Club. That's what.
Yeah. And, the Padres can't seem to take advantage. All of a sudden, their pitching has gone in the tank. The Brewers look really great. Honestly, the Brewers might be the favorite. And they don't really hit home runs. Like that, it's a weird team to be potentially the favorite. The Blue Jays are leading the East. The Yankees and the Red Sox are close, but the Yankees can't stop blowing leads with the bullpen. The AL West is a mess. The Astros are like, I mean, it looked like Framber Valdez hit his catcher with a pitch on purpose. They're a mess, but the Mariners and Rangers aren't taking advantage either. The Tigers were really good in the first half. They've come back to earth in the second half. I mean, is it the Phillies? Like, are we looking at the Phillies going like, okay, they're the last man standing? Maybe.
Okay, here's my other thing too. Juan Soto, who I called Juan So-So when the season started, and he didn't make the All-Star team. And people can say whatever they want. He got off to a bad start for what we expect out of Juan Soto and the $765 million contract he signed with the Mets. And now he's piling up numbers and whatnot. And people are like, oh, he should be the National League MVP. I'm sorry. I don't care what the numbers are. I don't care what. The start was really bad. The batting average is bad, and the Mets are bad. I don't look at him as MVP.
Well, I mean, the Mets are still in the playoff spot. Like they're not as good as they should be. Right now, the problem seems to be that their pitching is held together by two rookies. He's had a great second half. I think his first half is going to hurt him in the MVP voting. But I mean, by the end of the year, if the Mets make the playoffs and if he had a strong second half and kept them in it, I think there's some consideration to like, sure, bad first half, but he kept them in it at the end. There's value in that for sure. I don't think that Juan Soto is a bad player necessarily. I think he had a disappointing first half. But yeah, as it stands right now, like no, I mean your NL MVP is probably just by default Shohei Ohtani until he falters big time.
Well, let's go there. Shohei. It's again a lot of numbers, uneven batting average. It's just not the same year that we saw last year, and I don't know how fair that is to judge that he has to put on that kind of a year to win MVP. Mm-hmm. Dodgers are inconsistent. He has his RBIs are way down from 130 last year. There are a lot of things not to like to me. But the numbers and the home runs and the OPS, all that stuff is going to be there. So it does feel like he's going to win it by default.
Maybe. I mean, I think Kyle Schwarber is putting together a year that deserves some consideration, right? He is over 50, may challenge Ryan Howard's Phillies record for home runs in a season. Ohtani's steals are down, but he's been pitching also. So you got to save your legs as a pitcher. That one's understandable. RBIs are just RBIs to me are an indication of two things in tandem. One is, how well do you perform with runners on base? Sure. Two is, well, how many of your teammates got on base? And fewer of his Dodgers teammates are getting on base ahead of him this year. So the dip in RBIs doesn't bother me that much. And I would have to go in and look, and I don't have these numbers in front of me right now, but like how's his batting average with runners in scoring position?
Right, that's a big number, right? That's and it's not that great, but I've looked at it. I haven't looked at it recently, Levi, so I can't give you up to date. But that would be something definitely that you would have to look at. I'm just saying, to me, and I'm just going by not the deep dive, but just how it feels and looks. Soto doesn't look or feel as good as he did with the Yankees a year ago. And Shohei doesn't feel or look as good as he did last year with the Dodgers.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, he had a 50-50 season last year. He's never probably going to look that good again. And especially as long as he's pitching, he's not going to be stealing 50 bases in a year. That was a once in a career season. And honestly, by the time he quits pitching, his legs will probably be too old to steal 50 bases again. But yeah, I mean, we did get a glimpse of what a catastrophic hitter he is for the opposition when he's not pitching, when he's only focusing on hitting. The Dodgers need him to pitch right now. They had so many pitching injuries. They need Shohei Ohtani on the mound. But I wonder if there's some consideration of like, listen, once we get our pitching rotation healthy and everybody's good, if he's that much better a hitter when he's not pitching, is it worth just making him a DH full time?
You're preaching
once in a while, you know?
You're preaching to the choir right here. I'm the same way that eventually they just said to Babe Ruth, "That's nice, you can pitch, dude. You got to get in the lineup every day." The guy played. What was it last year? I think he missed 4 games or 5. You know, he plays every day, and if he can deliver those kind of numbers, I think that's crazy. If you can get pitching. All right, Levi. Thank you, my man. Appreciate you as always. Thanks.
All right, take care.
In case you missed Rob Parker on the MLB Network, here's his latest appearance on MLB Now.
The showdown is not meant to cause offense or harm. The viewer acknowledges any reliance on the accuracy or completeness of said content should be done at their own discretion. The host apologizes in advance for any affront as a result of personal attacks.
Rob Parker's back in the showdown. Rob, I said at the top of the show, I anticipate a little dust-up. Are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. You know it. And you know what?
What?
I'm going to hit one out, and I'm going to look at it when I hit it out.
You are that type of guy. And I'm going to be saying, you keep running, Parker. Just run it out. All right, Framber Valdez's agent says no way Framber drilled his own catcher. Do you believe him, Rob?
I don't believe it. I know because of the, the home run that Grissom hit and the catcher asking him to step off or back off for a second. So it looked like, okay, they had a miscommunication.
Wait, so you're saying you believe Valdez's agent or you don't believe him?
I do believe him.
You do believe him? You don't think he hit him on purpose? You don't think he crossed up his own catcher?
I don't. And I'm going to tell you why. Why was it the second pitch, not the first pitch, if you were mad at the guy and I'm going to do something to you?
Maybe he called the pitch he wanted on the first pitch, not the second one, and he's like, nah, I've had it. Let me ask you this, Rob. How often do you see a catcher just take one in the abdomen? Just take a fastball and go, what was that?
You don't see it that often, and it did look strange, but I'm just saying if I really wanted to get at you, right, if I really wanted to and I was really upset, I think it would be initial. You wouldn't go, fourth pitch in, I'm going to do something dirty to mess up my catcher or to try to get back at him.
I know, it depends on what pitch he's calling. Let me ask you this, Rob. We play a thing called up to no good, right? And where I always say, you can tell intent by the body language of the person. Your body will give away your true intent. When he hits his own catcher, your natural reaction is to go, whoa, you're right. Wow, how did we do that? I thought you called for this. I called a 1. I threw that. Instead, he turns around and turns the other way. What's with that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. That's probably not. Everybody acts. I think in that whole situation, it was all off. It was off with the pitching sequence, with the grand slam, like the whole inning, not stepping off. Like if you look at that whole sequence, it wasn't normal or natural. It just seemed like there was something not right.
I think he's ticked off. For whatever reason, he's detached, he's angry, and he handled it poor. Like, have a conversation or push him. You know, you're better than throwing a fastball when he expects a curveball. You're better off having an argument with your own guy on the field.
No, I agree. That's the way it should have been handled. But in this, I just can't believe, seriously, that would be your intent. I'm going to try to hurt my guy behind the plate.
But I don't think he was trying to hurt him. I think he's saying, oh, you want this pitch? I'm telling you I want to throw my fastball. I'm telling you, like, you better listen to me. I think that's what it was. It was obstinance, anger. Oh, you know, you tried to wave me off. I threw a grand slam. Now this game is lost. I'm a free agent. I think, you know, he's a human being. I think he was upset. Anyway, all right.
I just think it's a lot that people can look at after the fact and go into all those things. But the way I watched that whole thing unfold, it just seemed like he was off hinge in the very beginning. Everything was just not right. Yep. And it did come off as strange, but I still don't believe that was his intent.
Okay,
I don't.
Right, we disagree. All right. I know we're going to disagree on this, too. I like what Kyle Freeland did for the Rockies. I think Devers styling on the worst team in baseball is bad form. It's bad for the Giants, too. Bad for the Rockies, bad for the Giants, that you need to rub it in their face by chilling and watching your home run go out on a team with 99 losses on Labor Day. The bad form by Devers, not Freeland.
But Freeland, he's a home run machine. He's given up 21 home runs. Be better. That's not your response. You can't be mad at Devers because you're on a bad ball club and you're 3-14.
He's mad because he's rubbing it in his face. He's mad because he's styling and dancing on his grave, dancing around. How do you like this? How do you like that?
No, it's not. And you know what? If you don't want him to
dancing right in front of him,
profile, get him out, BK. Stop giving up those moves.
Yes. No, you're right. You're right. On the whole, yes, I'm very much against then beanball retaliation for that. And by the time you look down and look at the rosin bag, the runner's moving and all that. But I understand, and I look at it worse for if I'm on the San Francisco Giants, you have to think, I know Matt Chapman came out and pushed him. You know, he got suspended for that. But imagine being one of the Giants and going, now I have to go out and fight for this guy? These are the Rockies. We pummeled them last night. We're pummeling them today. We're already up. And now we got to go out and fight this pitcher? Now we got to go out and push people around because he's doing this? If I'm a Giant, I'm angry.
Yeah, but if you heard the announcers, they even kind of gave the extra juice on how majestic that was. It wasn't just a cheapie and he's rubbing it in. And I get it. And I get it. It's the Rockies. But they're a major league team.
Bad form.
All I'm saying is Freeland, get somebody out. Stop giving up dingers.
I like that he showed some fight. I'll say this too. You're losing. It's September. Everybody's like nobody's quitting at the major league level. I get it, but it's easy to shut it down. I like that he showed some fight, whether his manager did or not. His manager had to go and get extra pitchers. He seemed upset. I like that Freeland showed a little fight. All right, Aaron Judge moving up the Yankee home run leaderboard, moving up on Joe DiMaggio for fourth. So here's the list: Ruth, Mantle, Gehrig. There's DiMaggio. There's Aaron Judge. There's Yogi. And you're saying you think he passes Babe Ruth? Give me that.
I know people think I'm crazy, but I'm going to say this. And I'm going to find a video and post it on social media, on FS1. This was 5 years ago. I put Aaron Judge in my top 5 list of sluggers of all time. People thought I was crazy 5 years ago.
Okay.
BK.
When he was hurt a lot, and he was injured a lot back then.
Look at what Aaron Judge has done. Home runs per at bat. I mean, he's missed time, and his numbers are incredible. Yep. And now we know he got hurt this year, but he's been a lot healthier over the last 3 years. And here's my point.
Okay.
Him passing Yogi Berra when I'm tying Yogi Berra, 1,000 games less. 1,000 games less is incredible pace to be on.
No question.
I think he can get there.
He's hitting like Mantle. I got to be careful. Bob Costas is right here. I don't want to make him run over with the card, hit me over the head with his Mantle card. But he's hitting like Mantle, which is high praise. But he needs, do the math. He has 6 more years after this under the contract. Then after that, he'll be 40. So he needs 50 home runs a year for the next 6 years. You think he's 33 now. You think he's hitting 50 a year all through his late 30s? That's asking a lot.
I do, because I think he'll get to play longer than that. He'll get to play, if he did, of course, staying healthy, he'll get to play until he's at least 43, which will change those numbers.
Who knows? Who knows? Like, guys don't do that now. Without steroids, guys are not doing that anymore. Guys are not doing that anymore.
I think he would have a chance because of all of the missed time. The missed games will add up at the back end. Will he be able to still play? He's missed a lot of games.
Yeah, not as many miles on the odometer, you're saying. Okay. By the way, I know your last thing was, I just want to say, you're right. You're watching the Dodgers every night. I know they were supposed to be the Beatles. They're disappointing. Go ahead. 10 seconds on that.
They really are. It's a bad watch. I mean, they've lost
amazing. Yeah.
4 of their last 5 series to teams under 500, and the one series that they didn't lose, it was a 2-2 tie with the Rockies. They've been awful to watch.
Yeah, I wanted to give you that. They wanted to wrap me, but I wanted you to get because I want you to be right once in a while, Rob. Oh, okay. See, that's me styling. Oh, how do you like this? Hey, Rob, I'm just watching my home run.
I just can't wait. Remember.
I'm styling, Rob. You don't like this, do you? Hey, Rob, take care. Thank you, man. Good to have you on.
RBK.
Yeah, you didn't like that.
When Rob was a newspaper columnist, he lived by this motto: if I'm writing, I'm ripping. Let's bring in a writer or broadcaster, old or new.
All right, now let's welcome into the podcast former Major League infielder, outfielder, all kinds of utility stuff. Of course, won a World Series in 2009 with the Yankees, former Dodger, a couple other teams, of course, Mr. Jerry Hairston Jr. Jerry, what's up, my man? Always great to have you on.
Rob, always great talking to you, talking baseball as well. How you been?
All good. Man, what a wild, crazy season we've had. And obviously you are a broadcaster on SportsNet LA, Spectrum SportsNet LA, and do a lot of Dodger work and cover the team. And this is why I really wanted to get at you, because the Dodgers have the record. They have the lead in the NL West. But, Jerry, it just doesn't feel good. It just on Thursday, they have a chance to get swept by Pittsburgh. You know, Skeens is on the mound for the Pirates. What is the feel like of what's happening? Yes, they're winning, but it just doesn't feel as good as a year ago.
Well, really, the Dodgers really have not played their best baseball really all season long. Even when they had that 8-game winning streak to start the season, the teams that they were beating, they weren't playing well at all. And the Dodgers were finding ways to win without playing their best. So they really have not had a great season. And I've said it since probably July. This season is a great season if you're a baseball fan, because there's not one dominant team. I mean, I think the Brewers are a really good team. There's several teams, I would say 10 to 12 teams, have a legit chance once they get in the postseason to win the World Series.
Jerry, I agree 100%. If anybody can honestly tell you who's going to be in the World Series, they're lying. I don't think anybody knows. I really don't. It could be the Dodgers and Yankees because they both could get it together. It could be the Brewers and let me see.
Mariners could be a team.
Yeah, or something like that, right? It's wide open. I haven't seen it like this in a long time.
And it's great for the game. Listen, to get back to the Dodgers, the bullpen has been an issue. The injuries have kind of hurt them throughout the season. The injuries to the starting rotation, missing Tyler Glasnow for a lengthy period of time, not having Clayton Kershaw for a lengthy period of time, Blake Snell as well. That puts so much pressure on this bullpen, along with the injuries, so they've been taxed. And now we're starting to see kind of it rear its ugly head with a lot of tired arms in that bullpen, and they've been knocked around. As you know, Rob, in order to win a championship, you better have a strong and elite bullpen. Hopefully the Dodgers can get it together, get guys back. Alex Vesia hopefully returns back from the IL. We just got Blake Trinan back as well. But I'm going to say something, Rob. I really believe heading into the postseason, I think the Dodgers will make a decision to put Shohei Ohtani in that bullpen, possibly to close games. Here's why.
Wow.
Here's why. You have Yamamoto as your ace. Then you have Blake Snell. Then you have Tyler Glasnow. Those are your 3 horses that you can use to start in the postseason. And then that allows Shohei Ohtani to fully focus on his offense. And then you ask him to come out and close, because really the Dodgers, because of Tanner Scott's injury, I know we just got him back. He hasn't really been right all year. You can have Tanner Scott be a closer one day and then have Shohei Ohtani close, ask him to close out one inning. He's done it before in the past. He closed out the World Baseball Classic in an epic showdown between Mike Trout. Now, they haven't made that decision, but I can see them doing that to help out their bullpen and also help an offense with Shohei Ohtani that, hasn't been firing on all cylinders this season. So I have a feeling they may do that come postseason.
That's a great call, Jerry. I can't even push back on that. I like that a lot. It makes sense. Our guest is Jerry Hairston Jr., of course, from Spectrum SportsNet LA, and of course, former Major League infielder, outfielder. But Jerry, let me ask you, what's the update? Do we have the latest on catcher Will Smith? I know there was a injury. Do we know anything?
We don't know as of right now. I know that he got hit in the hand yesterday, had to leave the game yesterday. It's unfortunate because he's just started to swing the bat. I think it was 5 for his last 6, including that walk-off home run to end the series back at Dodger Stadium. He's a guy that they desperately need, especially with the offense that's sputtered. They're in danger heading into Thursday of getting swept by the Pittsburgh Pirates. I can't believe I'm uttering those words, but that's just reality right now. So the Dodgers can ill afford to lose Will Smith, because he's vital, not just offensively, but he's one of the best defensive catchers in all of baseball, especially throwing out runners.
All right. His name is Jerry Hairston Jr., covers the Dodgers for Spectrum SportsNet LA. Always a pleasure, Jerry, man. We appreciate you. We'll see you out at the yard, my man.
Anytime, Rob.
Thank you.
Now, here's the best from MLBBro.com.
Yo, what up? It's Kev. And here's what's popping today on MLBBro.com. The team's previous series against the Cardinals, Hayes recorded a hit in all 3 games and added a home run. Being at the bottom of the lineup, Hayes provides that spark the team needs, especially if the top or the middle of the order aren't producing. Hayes fits in well with the Reds, and he has an opportunity to appear in his first postseason. With the Reds fighting for that last wildcard spot, every game is crucial, and you better believe that Hayes is going to do all he can on the offensive and defensive side to help put his team in a position to win games. The Gold Glove Award winner is not going to shy away from the pressure, and when his number is called, he's going to deliver for his team. That's what's popping today on MLBBro.com.
For more, right now, go to MLBBro.com.
No! This is baloney!
It's the Parker Pushback.
Shut the up!
Here, Rob tackles the outlandish takes in Major League Baseball.
You idiot! Shut up!
This week, I'm pushing back on all those people who want a standardized stadium for all major league teams. They don't want teams that have unique stadiums, all because of Trevor Story hit probably one of the shortest home runs in baseball history out in Fenway. And in the StatCast era, it was the shortest home run, and it would not have left any other ballpark in the major leagues. So everybody wants a standardized length. No, baseball is unique that way. I love the Green Monster. Even in Fenway, with the pesky pole in the short right field, or Yankee Stadium and the short right field porch and all that. And the proof is in the pudding. The Red Sox, they're not a Red Sox player who leads the American League in home runs every year because they play in Fenway. You can't even, it's moved around. It's not based on, oh yeah, Aaron Judge wins all the time because he plays at Yankee Stadium. He plays half the games there, and no, he doesn't win the MVP every year. And Shohei or whatever, it's the dimensions do not make the player. So I get it. Trevor's story was a nice, fun story to have some fun with for one day. But let's let the ballparks be dimensional, uniquely dimensional in every single way. I'm Rob Parker, and that is my pushback.
Make way for Weekend Wagers.
Yo, it's Sean Bo. Fire up those bed naps. Let's go. Ouch would be an understatement. 0-2 last week brings the season total down to 18 wins, 28 losses. But hey, we've already hit rock bottom. Only one way to go from there. And let's start climbing on Friday with the hot hand. Give me the San Francisco Giants on the money line, staying hot over those Cardinals, and lock that thing up, because on Saturday we're going to go 2-0 as we're taking the Dodgers -1.5 on the run line. Yamamoto's going to service up big over those stinking Orioles. Let's go 2-0 with a bro.
Hi, I'm Rob Parker, the founder and editor of MLBBro.com, where we cover black and brown major leaguers. 75% of the content will be about the current black and brown stars in Major League Baseball. The other 25%, we'll take a look back at some of the great black players. On the site, there'll be a ton of great written stories and videos and features.
MLB Bro, because you need to know.
MLB fans, when it comes to Major League Baseball, no one covers it better than the Odd Couple.
Facts. I am the baseball king.
First, second, third, and home.
We're leading shows with baseball. Game over.
They don't watch it.
They don't know the game.
All in one place.
Let's go!
Right here on Fox Sports Radio.
I love baseball.
In the words of New York TV legend, the late Bill Jorgensen, thanking you for your time this time until next time. Rob Parker, out.
He can't get it. This could be an inside to Parker.
See you next week. Same bat time, same bat station.